Hi lovies, this is your girl Pink Vintage here, and I wanted to share with you my beautiful Louis Vuitton wallet that I purchased today from an antique interior store. I went in looking for furniture in hopes to decorate my office. I love vintage pieces, and I was like, let me find something really cute and pre-loved or handmade or something from an estate sale or something like that in there. And it's like this big, huge warehouse that's like a conglomerate of unique pieces. It's like a vintage lover's dream location. Everything in there is just, I don't know, it's just like when you walk in there, the energy is just so different than walking in a brand new department store. It's like everything in there has a history and has its own life that it has lived. So I went in again looking for furniture. Now I'm supposed to be decorating an office in the back of my store. So I wanted a lamp, and so I had a really cute lamp in mind. I wanted something that had lace on the lamp shade and a bow around it. I don't know where I get this stuff from, but that's the way my mind works. So I went inside looking for something like that, and I ended up finding a lamp that was kind of close, but it wasn't really 100% what I was looking for. So then there was a couple of more things that I found. I found some milk glass, and I thought those little antique pieces would look really cute to like display jewelry and stuff in, just trying to be unique and different. And so I was looking around a little bit more because I wasn't too big on anything that I saw. I was like, it's okay, but it's not all that. And so I ended up saying, okay, let me, just keep browsing. I don't have to buy anything today. So I ended up walking around and I was like, hold on, I cannot multitask. Um so sorry about that. Let me turn my volume down just in case I get another call, but I did send a text message. So, anywho, I'm like, well, let me just, continue to walk around in case I find something else that I like. So, I looked in the cases, and Lord knows I didn't need to look at any more jewelry or anything like that. So, I ended up looking anyway on my way out of the door because I was like, you never know what you're going to find. Sure enough, there was a case that had some jewelry, and there was a Coach bag for $125 and a Louis Vuitton wallet for $119. I'm like, what in the world? Like, on what planet do you live where a Louis Vuitton wallet is a few dollars cheaper than a Coach bag? And the Coach bag was small. It was like a wallet on a chain kind of thing. Not on a chain, but like the pochette size. Coach bag that had a strap around it. But anyways, the one that you can like tuck under your arm. So I'm like, and it wasn't even cute. It was like, the black fabric print. So anywho's, I saw this and I went crazy when I realized that it was authentic because it took me a moment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew this kiss lock style had to be a vintage look, and of course I was in a vintage store. But then it was this inner interior that I was not familiar with. This type of fabric, which I typically don't like stuff like this because I would say it looks like the inside of a casket or something, but it has this lining inside of it. And I didn't see anything like this before, but I took the time to go on my phone and visit some, antique sites. And they did have some antique wallets like this. The only ones I found online were like half this size. But then they had the, kids lock style closures, and the fabric right here said Myers. So I was like, okay, let me keep looking. So I looked here, and it's hard to tell, but that little smudge right there actually has the stamp underneath it where it says Louis Vuitton, and it's smudged really, really bad, but this is a vintage piece. Doesn't smell at all, which is good, but I still wiped it down when I came home, and I used like a Clorox wipe on the inside and the outside, and then I used a magic eraser on the outside to clean the canvas because I like to make sure that if anybody had any little crummy germs or anything that I wipe them off. And I actually saw somebody post a picture online of an item that they were selling on a website, and they had their foot on it, and I'm like, what in the world? Now this is a handbag. So anywho's, so these two sections are perfect. They're an awesome size. And I'll show you what fits in here because I don't even know that I'm going to use this as a wallet per se. I think it would be cuter as like a little clutch when I go out and I just want to take a couple of essentials with me. Now, what I can say is I was a little skeptical even after I saw that wallet. But let me show you what I used to authenticate this. Now, I knew this was authentic, even though it was pre-loved. So what I did was I lined up the LV on here. I went straight to the LV because the key clay only comes with one LV on it. So I went straight to, well, actually it has one tucked under here, folded. But I went to the LV and lined it up with the LV on here. And I realized that it was the exact same pattern. It was almost like someone had taken the same fabric and cut it and made this. So as you can see, even if I just stuck my key clay on there, it looks like it's a continuation. It looks like it's the same exact piece of material that was used. So I thought that was awesome. And then I was like, well, you know what? Let me pull out my agenda. This is where I had to refer to my other things that I knew were authentic. I purchased both of these items pre-loved, but I actually took this into the Louis Vuitton store and I got my initial hot stamped on it. So I knew that was 100% authentic because they're not going to monogram something that's not, real. So I did the same thing because I didn't think about it until I got to the register that I had this. But I used my key clay. That was the first thing that I thought of. But so what I did was I lined it up once again, the same thing. I realized that even if you put this beside there, it's a continuation. It's like everything runs off the same piece of canvas. And if you just look at the pattern where the LV is here, from here to here, it's just a straight line of the same thing. And even up here with the symbols. So I thought that was fabulous. And again, this is a vintage piece from online. It shows that it's from the 70s with this particular layout and design and interior. It is, again, very roomy. It was $119 and I got it for $82, I think. It was 30% off. My phone fits inside of it. And I could open up the other side and put some cash, a card, a key that's not on the clay, even though it'll fit in here on the clay, but that's going to stretch it out a whole lot. But the thing I like about pre-loved items, for one, is the fact that it doesn't cost as much. You get a return on your investment if you ever decide to sell it because it's still authentic, and you don't have to baby them as much because they're already kind of like broken in and loved. And the fact that they're unique. This is a very different piece. I only saw one online out of all the websites that I searched on. And like I said, it was half this size. So it was like a small coin purse, whereas this is a full-size wallet slash clutch slash makeup bag slash whatever I wanted to use it for. So that's one of the things I like about the vintage pieces. And I'm not going to see every single girl in America and France and wherever with this particular wallet. So I'm thinking about getting it monogrammed on the inside with my initials, just like I did with my agenda, just because I don't plan on rehoming any of these pieces, especially seeing as how I really didn't spend that much money. If you look at 1, 2, 3, I'm talking less than $400 for all of these, and it just takes time to look online and be meticulous and find these, but you can if this is what you want. And I love my small Louis Vuitton pieces and my small leather goods, as they are called, because you're going to use these accessories over and over and over and over and over. I use my agenda at least once a day to write in it, and I use my key clay obviously every time I crank up my car or open up my front door or whatever. So basically it's just this is where you really get your bang for your buck in the small leather goods, especially if you find them at an awesome price. Even if you pay full price for them, these 4-ring key clays are about $200+ brand new. I paid $100 for this one. These agendas, now that's where I think I kind of draw the line. These were really expensive, brand new. Pre-loved, less than $200. Refills, $55, which wasn't too bad because I was like, for my first set, I didn't know where I wanted to go online to get refills, so I just went with the Louis Vuitton, and they were $55. So I still spent less than 200 something bucks to get the actual agenda and the refills that were Louis Vuitton. So yeah, basically, again, this wallet, check your local consignment stores and your local I always want to say vintage shops, but antique stores, and you'll find pieces like this. And when I open up my new store, which I signed my lease on Friday, then I will definitely look around more than ever for pieces like this to sell out of my shop. Because it is going to be a consignment store, but I want to have unique pieces. And I will also link the website once it's done. It's being designed right now for you ladies in case you ever want to purchase stuff that I'm showing you. And I won't put my stuff on there. I'll show you ladies stuff that's actually available for sale and do videos and link you to that so that you all can purchase, because people always ask me about purchasing stuff. So for the most part, my stuff that I rehome is not Louis Vuitton, it's other items. Well, not the smaller goods, I'll say that, small leather goods, or the SLGs. But anywho's, that's my video. I'm ranting and raving at this point, but I will be on the lookout for other pieces for ladies who are like me, who want to save the money but still want the designer look, don't mind the vintage. And yeah, so hit me up if you have questions and stuff like that, and I can help you ladies, help point you in the direction where you can find stuff like this too. But as always, thank you ladies for watching. Peace and namaste.